Hi, I thoroughly enjoyed this conversation here with the legendary Curtis Ray. He lets us know how to use our money. He talks about life insurance. We talked to a few people in the financial industry. They talked about life insurance. However, he has his own industry where he it's called MPI and it's better than a life insurance plan. It's absolutely crazy what he's able to do. Make sure you follow him on TikTok. Make sure you follow him on Instagram. And he also had a great story in here about how he lost everything. How he lost everything, and he worked tooth and nail to make sure that that would never be him ever again. And just his energy just radiates off the screen. He, speaking to him, you literally just want to do better, man. So make sure you go check him out, man. It was an absolute treat speaking to him. And subscribe. And I got all that PayPal, I got a PayPal Cash App in a bio. You feel me? Like show some love. You feel me? Like I'm giving you guys quality content. Just consider it. Love y'all and subscribe. It's free.
Tax-free growth, tax-free retirement income. You can put in a ton of money, use it as your own bank. A lot of really good things. However, it only makes around 7% rate of return on average. The stock market can do up to 10%. So what MPI is an IUL 2.0. It's an IUL with a match program, similar to a 401k and a 401k match. The 401k with a match can produce up to double the results. An MPI secure compound interest account can produce up to double the results of a traditional indexed universal life through the MPI match program. If you want to know more information about the match, text me the word.
What's a scam that's become so normalized that we don't even realize it's a scam anymore?
Social Security, the biggest scam. You deserve better, we deserve options. As example, the average American has around $200 a month taken from their paycheck to go to Social Security. The employer matches that $200 a month also. If you're to do that from ages 22 to 60, here are the results. Social Security.
Oh, I went to school for being a financial historian.
Curtis, wait. Curtis,
What's up?
I want to retire early. What are my options?
Unfortunately, not very many, but there are a few, so let me show them to you. Early retirement, everyone's goal, right? To do what you want, when you want, with whom you want. Let's first start with.
Welcome back to another episode of Important Miscellaneous Talks. I'm your host, Glassford Crossfield, and today we have the wonderful financial guru with us. Please introduce yourself.
My name's Curtis Ray from Gilbert, Arizona. I love all things compound interest. My mission and my passion is to help people understand the simplicity of money. And if you learn a few basic things, then financial freedom and all the things you've ever wanted in your life are quite simple. We just got to first get that baseline level of understanding and then always be compounding.
What are some of those basic things?
The most important thing I teach is the difference between compound interest and investment interest. The world is chasing investment interest because it's simple, because it's exciting. We want to go for the home runs. And then when the strikeout comes, we're really sad about it and we get frustrated and depressed. And then the home run comes, so we get all excited again and go back and forth. And that is called investment interest. It's not compound interest. So when we go out there and say, oh, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world, the most powerful force in the universe, it is not what we think it is. Because the thing that builds compound interest versus investment interest is security. We got to have security on our money. So I go out and teach people like, no. First you protect your money, then you grow your money. And those two things equal compound interest and will be the most powerful force in your life if you give it time to mature. But it takes a non-emotional approach. It takes a much more mathematical, methodical approach. And once you get your head wrapped around the idea of what is my best long-term decisions, then we can ultimately produce compound interest.
What are some of the best ways to protect and grow your money?
So a sad story is, I think you turned on the heater. The sad story is that in 2014, I end up losing around $2 million in a single day. And people didn't understand, like, how can you lose $2 million? And I go, it happens all the time with investors and millionaires and all types of things. We make money, we lose money. We make money, we lose money. And I got up on that day and I said, I will never be vulnerable to money again for the rest of my life. Where do I keep money? Like, it is so easy to make money. It is so difficult to keep money. Everyone's chasing the make, no one's chasing the keep. And on that day, I learned, I went on a journey and I said, I'm going to be the world's expert, not on how you make money, because everyone teaches you how to make money, but how you keep money and where do you put that money? And I started discovering a lot of things. And one thing is, life insurance retirement plans are really good at protecting money. Stock-based retirement plans are really good at making money. Real estate retirement plans are really good at leveraging money. Why not combine all three? Let's build a life insurance contract that makes money in the stock market that you leverage to accelerate your wealth. And so ultimately, I discovered that there weren't very many things to compound money. And so I built my own. I built my own called MPI, Maximum Premium Indexing. And the cornerstone of maximum premium indexing is insurance. And we buy insurance on everything. I mean, I'm sure you guys have car insurance, health insurance, business insurance, home insurance, all these insurances. But did you know you can insure your retirement plan? Or why wouldn't you insure your money? Why do we buy insurance? That's a question I have for you guys, is why do we buy insurance?
For protection, just in case something happens.
Just in case that bad day happens, right? And so that's what I end up doing is I built a stock-based retirement plan that has insurance on it. It's an insurance-based retirement plan that you can grow your money. You're growing in the stock market, growing. And when the stock market crashes, you freeze, your account freezes. So you no longer lose money. You're not exposed to stock market risk because you have insurance basically on your money. And then the market rebounds, starts growing again. Then it freezes when the market crashes. And that one little tiny aspect, that one little tiny, I'm going to protect my money versus going for the maximum growth all the time, creates compound interest. And that is the eighth one of the world right there. Never losing while you're growing.
So what would you say is the main reason why you got into this field, and how can others get into this field?
Yeah, just because I look at the industry, I know I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings on this, but literally the financial sector has not evolved since 1975. When John Bogle launched the index fund for Vanguard in 1975, there's been almost no evolution since then, besides the new recent cryptocurrencies and things like that. But on traditional retirement planning, index funds, 1975, since then, almost nothing. So think if we were still in the 1975's car or medicines or phones or all the other industries that have advanced just like exponentially, nothing's happened inside the retirement space. So I said, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take the next leap. I'm going to be that guy who says, hey guys, there's a way better way. And what we do is, when we compare what we do next to an index fund, Roth IRA, 401k, mutual funds, ETFs, a compound interest-based retirement plan can increase your retirement income by up to 200% over the 401k Roth IRA. That is 3 times more money. Think if your retirement plan produced you 50,000 or 150,000. How much difference is that inside of your retirement plan? And so my mission is to bring this type of knowledge. When Albert Einstein died in 57 or something like that, so along with him died the power of compound interest, or the knowledge of compound interest. And so I kind of go on, and I'm the compound interest king. I own the domain compoundinterest.com. So if you want to know any information about compound interest and how it works, I have a complete video series that breaks it down. If anyone who wants to get inside this sector and you want to be part of the movement, be part of evolution, want to be part of that thing that takes mankind, I know it sounds kind of like that big, but takes the evolution of mankind inside of money and financial planning and retirement planning and financial freedom, we are here. And if you want to ever reach out to me and you want to become a compound interest certified advisor, and how you protect your money, grow your money, accelerate your money through leverage, and then ultimately produce a retirement income of 200% or more sometimes over the Roth IRA, 401k, it's here. So if you love money, you love helping people, you love being a professional, send me a direct message. We have a career for you. We want to get you inside of the best of the best. And it's going to change people's lives. It's going to change the world. In the next 10 years, I do not believe there will be investment accounts used for retirement planning, because everyone will learn what compound interest is through my effort, your guys' effort of making these podcasts and pushing it out to people. We're here now, and compound interest is the way.
How well does the economy play a part in this, especially with the way everything is looking right now, where people are predicting that another recession, economy's crashing, inflation and all these things. What are your thoughts on that?
It's absolutely the most important reason to learn about compound interest. Like I said, in 2008, you guys look a little bit younger than me. So I'm going to make the assumption that you weren't fully established in your careers in 2008 like I was. But I mean, the world lost 50% of its wealth in a 3 or 4 month period. I mean, it was the most devastating thing. People end up, crazy stuff. Like people like ended their life over it and stuff like that. It was that devastating to so many people. And so the amazing part about what I do and what compound interest does is you don't get beat up in a recession. Yeah, you don't make any money, but you sleep at well knowing where all the wealth you've built up to that point is contractually guaranteed through insurance that you will not lose a single penny. So will I make any money this year? Probably not. But will I lose 20, 30, 40, 50% that some people are predicting? No. My wealth is my wealth to keep. And when the market rebounds next year, because, big collapses are usually 1 or 2, sometimes 3 years long maximum, where everyone else loses 20, 30, 40, 50, even up to 90%, like the Great Depression, my wealth is my wealth to keep. And that's the number one thing I want to teach people is it is so easy to make money. It is so difficult to keep money. And the moment you put keeping money in front of making money, you will be on the path to financial freedom. And it just makes things, I sleep well at night. I don't even care what the stock market does. Yes, inflation sucks. Inflation hurts all of us. No one can bypass inflation. It's just one of those things that happens in life. But ultimately, when you know that your account value is protected and the moment the market starts going up, you start going up with it, that, my friends, is an amazing feeling. It's an amazing accomplishment. And everyone else is out there going to be chasing rate of return again. No. I chase rate of compounding. And part of compounding is never lose, even inside of recessions, depressions. The market could literally lose 90% this year. Wouldn't even bother me. And I know it'd bother a lot of people. And so find compounding. Don't worry about what your rate of return is for this year. Find about what the long-term results are, how you produce wealth. So many people act like they're rich or even are rich, but wealthy is a whole different class. Wealthy means you're protected your money. You have passive income, so you can basically do whatever you want, whenever you want. And then you have generational wealth. You get to pass it down to your children. That's what we want to do, is produce wealthy people, not rich people.
If you don't mind me asking, if it's too personal, you don't have to ask, but what's your net worth?
My net worth is about 15 million right now. It was 0 in 2014. So it's taken a little time. When I had that bad day in 2014, I had a net worth about 6 to 7 million at that point in time. Between my businesses. Yeah.
What?
But check it out. I had the third largest granite countertop business in Arizona. We were doing 60 kitchens a week. We were doing about $1 million to $2 million a year in profit. So you typically take your profitability of your business, times it by 3 to 4, and that typically is roughly what your net worth is. And so if my business was making 1 to 2 million, I had some cash in the bank, and then you times it by 3, 6 to 7 million is what my net worth was at that point in time. And I had an investor friend, and we went 50-50 partnership. He had $50 million. I had a couple $100,000 in the bank, right? And you don't always know people. You think people are just honest and ethical and they're going to do what they say, right? Man, if I did a business adventure with you and you just wanted to shake hands on and we looked at each other in the eye and say, hey, this is what we're doing, I would be satisfied with that. Yeah, but now we have to do contracts and all that other stuff because people are just not who they say they are. And one day he ended up taking all the money out of the bank account, said F you, and said, sue me. I know you don't have any money. You didn't keep any money. I've got $50 million. I used all my couple $100,000 to get lawyers and try to get that money back and fight. And at the end of 6 months, I had to wave the white flag because I had no money. I had to stop paying my lawyer, and I literally had to give him my 10-year business that I had built. And he was just an investor. Like, he didn't even have any loyalty to the business or even cared about the business, but I did. And I literally had to give up my complete business to him and start over. And that was a devastating day. Like, I'm married with 5 children. So I have 5 kids, no money, 0 in my bank account, no business. I had a non-compete for the next 6 months, and I didn't know what to do. And luckily for me, I found a really amazing company who paid me a consulting fee to come help them build their business, was able to cover my expenses. And I went on a 1-year journey to, how do you protect money? How do you make sure that you win the game? Who cares about the first inning and the third inning, the 7th inning? Everything is about the finish line. Did you win the game or did you not win the game? I was able to take that time, really recharge my life, redirect my life on being the world's single expert, because there are no experts in this field on how you compound money, how you protect money, how you keep money. All the things that I believe now are the most important part is winning the finish line, not the starting line. It's a marathon. And so since then, I've been able to rebuild my businesses. I started my financial services business. It's now expanding. We have thousands of clients coming in every single month now. I personally now I save $1.5 million per year inside my compound interest account. I just nonstop save. And it's a really amazing blessing now, because for the first time in my life, I feel secure. I feel like I've made it. I now have my compound interest account last year made me about $600,000 of just basic interest now. I just got $600,000 I could just spend if I want to. No, I compound it, so I reinvested it back in. But it's an amazing feeling when you hit that point of financial freedom where I can do what I want, when I want, how I want. I'm here with you guys right now because this is what I want to do. I want to spread my mission, spread my word, spread my passion and my knowledge that it's free to everyone. If you want to end up wealthy, if you were born poor, it was not your fault. You cannot control the circumstances you were born into. But if you die poor, with all the knowledge out there and all the resources and all the people like me and you guys who want to give this knowledge to people absolutely free of charge, if you die poor, it is 100% your fault.
So you seem like very high energy and passionate. And, with that story that you just told us, a lot of people might have taken a more cynical route. So how did you end up this high energy, highly passionate person, and how do you sustain it?
So I took my kids trick-or-treating that night, the night that I gave up. I gave up on my businesses. It was devastating. It was absolutely the most devastating night. It was October 31st of 2014. Took my kids trick-or-treating. I put them to bed. Told my wife I need to go do something. And I literally just walked around the neighborhood. Didn't really sleep that night. Get a little emotional about it. I got up the next morning and I said, you want to know what? I'm a purebred. It was always about the journey. It was never about the finish line. I like the journey. Like, I love my life. I love what I do. I love, meeting people and expressing myself. And I said, I built it once, I can build it again. Money was the result and it was never the reason. And once you understand that when you make money your result, not your reason, you're never compromised. You never wash out. You never burn out. You never any of those things, because you're always about enjoying the exact moment you're in at that moment in time. I'm enjoying my time with you guys right now. People go, oh, you should only go on podcasts that have 500,000 viewers. Like, why? Why does it mean that someone with a podcast that only has 100 viewers versus 1,000,000? Yeah, my time is limited, but every single person deserves to hear this message. And so when you learn to love the journey and not about the results, so many people are chasing this moment. Like, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire. And then they get to become a millionaire and they realize their life's no different. You're no happier. You go buy a fancy car, you're no happier. You go do this, you're no happier, because you never understood that enjoy the now, enjoy the journey. The money is a result. Yeah, it's awesome to have money. It's awesome I get to travel the world and do whatever I want whenever I want. That is cool. But when my wife goes, oh, what do you want to do for your birthday? My birthday's tomorrow. And she goes, what do you want to do for your birthday? You want to go like on some trip? And I'm like, I'd rather work. I want to go work. Like, let's go. Like, and yes, while I'm on the beach or I'm in the Cayman Islands or I'm on an Alaskan cruise, I answer my emails in the morning and I'm working, I'm having fun and I'm working, I'm having fun. So there's always a balance to life. But the most important thing I can never tell anyone is find something you love to do. You'll never burn out. Find something that brings value to other people and you'll make a ton of money. And money becomes a catalyst. It becomes an accelerant to the things you can do in your life. But it's not going to bring you happiness. Find happiness in the now, and then money only makes you more happy. And that's pretty awesome.
Wow. Yeah, I was gonna tell you to write a book, but I remember seeing in your bio you're a 2-time author.
2 of them. Everyone ends up poor in the lost science of compound interest. I love writing books. This one's more about my life. Everyone ends up poor. I talk about the story and what got me here and how making money, losing money, the whole journey and my discovery on compound interest. And it's not what you think it is. Everyone chases the investment side and it's really cool. And then this one, the lost science of compound interest. This is my philosophy. This is my thesis on life, on how energy is real and law of attraction is real. And once you believe you deserve it, everything in your life comes to you. Unfortunately, and I was born this way. I was born in a family of 9 children. My dad worked all day and then delivered pizzas at night so that he could have extra tip money. And then he would go dumpster diving to the pizzas that were, the incorrectly made pizzas. He would dumpster dive, take those, bring them home. We would eat pizza. I ate pizza for 4 or 5 straight years every single day. And I thought I was the richest kid in the neighborhood, man. I'm eating, whatever pizza I want every single day. And I were like, holy crap, I eat pizza. So I can still eat pizza every single day. Like, I absolutely love pizza. A lot of people get sick of it, but man, it's like, pizza's where it's at. But it's like, we were taught to feel shame. We were taught to feel guilt. Religion pushes guilt on us. Society pushes guilt on us. You don't have the nice car. You don't have the nice clothes. You need to feel shame about that. And it is the most disgusting man-made feeling in the world. I have come to a discovery in my life. I've come to a point in my life that I do not feel shame about anything or guilt about anything I do. It's zero. Oh, and yeah, do I feel like, oh, I shouldn't have done that? Guess what? It's in the past. I can't change it. Move on. Start making your life better. And so in this book, I talk a lot about energy and life, and money is just a tool, and it's an energy source. And if you find it, it just is attracted to you and it just comes to you, and all these amazing things. And that's what I love about my dad is the freest of all spirits. He's had lots of really crappy things that happened in his life, and I've never seen him upset in my whole life. Not one time. In my whole life have I seen my dad upset, even though he's working all day, delivering pizzas. He's got crap. Like he lost, tons of money on a huge project, that savings and loans thing in 1987, I believe, stole all his money and all kinds of crazy things that the government has done to the people, right? But I've never seen him upset. He's just the purest of all spirits, and just absolutely love him to death. And he's really just taught me that, hey, Curtis, never make money your result. Or never make money your reason. It's always the result of you just being a great human being, bringing value to other people, being happy, bringing positive energy to the world. And if you can do that, you're going to just help one person at a time. That turns into 2, turns into 4, 8, 16, 32. And the power of compounding now becomes part of society. And when we get there, you and us two are going to have you two and me are going to have a conversation like 15, 20 years from now. And I'll be like, I told you so. I told you so. The power of compounding is going to take over the world.
That's right.
I appreciate that. Now, we hear a lot about manifesting and attracting money. And so what are some of the best ways to attract money? Tangible ways.
Yeah. Tangible ways, like I said, is one, find something you love to do. You got to find what you love to do, because if you're doing something for money, you will burn out. You will absolutely burn out, because your intentions were never pure, and false intentions always fizzle out. They always burn out. So you can't do it. So first you got to find something you love to do. If you don't like the job you're in, literally go find another job. I don't even care what it pays you. Oh, but Curtis, I can't do it because it pays me less. I don't care. Your quality of life is so much more important. You're going to spend 1/3 of your whole adult life working. Find something you like to do, even if it pays you less, because you can find other ways to make money, side hustles, things like that. But find something you love to do, and then do it at the maximum ability. Because if you go to a job that doesn't pay you very much, but you love what you do, and you just go out and kill it, guess what happens? You get promoted. Those in my company that love what they do, and they come into work every day happy and let's go, Curtis, what can I do? Let's go, let's go, let's go. They're the ones who make the most money in my business. They're the ones who I motivate, or that I incentivize. I give them the special deals, because they're the ones who bring me the most value. So find something you love to do. And if you want to be an entrepreneur and you want to actually be the guy, the top head honcho, then you got to find something that brings other people value. I see so many people at home and garden shows and stuff like that start these businesses that is their passion, but it's not the world's passion, or it doesn't bring other people. And they go, Curtis, why is my business failing? You're my business coach and my business is failing because you're trying to sell umbrellas in Arizona because you care about skin cancer. Guess how many people in Arizona care about skin cancer? No one. We like the dark tan, and we go purposely cancer ourselves up, going to the lake and, driving to California, going to the beach. So you can't force your passion on someone else. So if you have this crazy passion, then go work for someone that also has that passion, that found a niche and something like that. But those are the two most important things. Do you love it? And does the world think it brings them value? And if you can combine those two things and then give it time, working hard and compounding now takes effect, and little good decisions over and over and over now create the phenomenon of exponential. And exponential is just 1 to 2 to 4 to 8 to 16 to 32 to 64. And if you can do that to your business or your health or your wealth or your relationships or any aspect of your life, start making good little decisions over and over and over, and you have a passion for it, and it brings you happiness. All of a sudden, you find yourself in a compounding scenario, and that's unlimited.
Spectacular, man. Wow. So is it possible for someone with an average income to create generational wealth? And if so, how?
Absolutely, but not inside of investing. If you know financial advisors, you know that they won't even talk to you unless you have 100 grand already saved up, because you're not worth their time. And that really, really, really freaking bothers me inside the financial sector, because they charge their high fees, crazy amount of fees by financial advisors, compounding fees, flat fees, whatever, but they're just this crazy amount of things. And so the financial world has completely neglected and did a disservice to about 98% of the whole population. So I don't know your guys' financial situation, but my family never even had an opportunity of winning. My dad never even had an opportunity of winning, because the financial sector won't even talk to you unless you have, already tons of money. Okay, you made rich people even richer. Congratulations, financial advisor. That's not something to brag about. Anyone could have done it. It's so easy to make money once you have a bunch of money, right? But it's so hard to make generational wealth if you don't have a bunch of money. But inside of compound interest, I'm going to give you a few math equations inside of my compound interest account that I created. And it's one of a kind, and it dominates everything I've ever seen. But if you're able to save $200 a month for 40 years, you can be a millionaire with 7-figure generational wealth that you transfer to your children. So you start at 18 years old. By 58, yeah, I get that. That's a long time. You don't have a lot of money, but you had a path to get there. So no matter how poor you are, if you get out of college or you get out of high school and you say, Curtis, I want wealth in my lifetime where I don't have to work till 67, 70, 72 like my parents, but I want to be done by 60 or sooner. How do I do it? Save $200 a month. Who can't save $200 a month if that was truly your goal? Anyone can, right? Mm-hmm. Or $300 a month for 35 years. So maybe you're a little later to the game. You're 28 years old. You're 30 years old. Okay, I want to retire by 60, 65, $300 a month. $500 a month for 30 years. Okay, there's a lot of people can save $500 a month. There's a lot of people who are 25 years old. Retire by 55? You know how many people retire by 55? Almost no one. And you were able to do it, saving $500 a month. And there's $1,000 a month for 23 years. There's $2,500 a month for 15 years. I have a lot of people come to me that are 20, 25, 30 years old. They're saying, Curtis, I'm making 150 grand a year right now. I want to retire in 10, 15 years. How do I do it? $2,500 a month. That's all. I can do that. I make 150,000. I save 30 of it. I can be retired a millionaire with 6-figure retirement income for the rest of my life in 15 years. Compound interest is literally the most important thing you'll ever learn in your whole life. And that's why this is called The Lost Science of Compound Interest. I give my books away absolutely free of charge to 100% every single person. Wow. That's how important my mission is. Every single thing I offer, including my time, my books, my webinar, my videos, everything, 100% free of charge, because I do not want a single person, that single mom who's making $28,000 a year, I do not want her to be in a position where she says, I couldn't afford the $30 book, or he's just trying to sell me a book. That's what everyone's trying to do, is sell a book, right? I made the moral mission, me personally, saying 100% everything I do is going to be free of charge to the world. I have already made a lot of money. I make a lot of money. I'm partners with a lot of other companies. We make lots of money. Don't worry about me. If you would like a free copy, I hope this is okay. I'm going to tell them how to get a free copy of my book.
No problem.
If you would like an absolute free copy of my ebook and audiobook, text me the word book, BOOK, to the number 30500. 3,500. If you text the word book to 30500, I'll send you an absolute free copy, ebook, and audiobook. Or if you message me on any platform, my TikTok channel, Curtis Ray with the blue check mark, 1.5 million followers. You send me a message on there, I'll send you the free download. Instagram is I am Curtis Ray. Wherever you find me, or just go search me out, I will send you anything you want. All my videos, my books, everything 100% free of charge, so that every American, unfortunately, I'm only US based right now, but every single American has the opportunity for millionaire status in their lifetime, 7-figure generational wealth transfer to their children, education to teach their children how to keep money compounding. So when they die, they're passing on 8 figures. And when their kids die, they're passing on 9 figures. And it only takes 2 generations before there is hundreds of millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars, inside of a compound interest account.
Beautiful, man. You are an outstanding person so far.
Truly
So
an
it
inspiration.
really speaks to your level of character and morals, and it goes to show you that, you know, you're giving away all these free things, but you're still being blessed exponentially financially in your life. So it really, when you don't chase money and you do chase helping people, I think that bodes well for both parties.
Absolutely. I mean, a financial advisor came onto my podcast. I do a podcast every single day on TikTok. And some financial advisor comes on TikTok, and, you know, it's just such scarcity mindset. Like, I don't understand how the world has been conditioned to believe that you do not deserve it. You do not deserve this. And he goes, Curtis, oh man, you're just a salesman scam artist that's just cheating everyone out. And, you know, you probably have millions of dollars in your bank account. And I go, that is true, but I don't charge for anything. How could I possibly scam someone out of something if I'm literally just offering education? And yes, if you believe that my compound interest account brings you value, we don't force it on you, but if you believe it brings you value and it helps you get to the end result, the finish line that you're actually wanting, of course, this is my business. I have 50 employees. We do make money off of that. That is how our business is in business. But until you decide that it brings you value, 100% everything free of charge. And then there's no management fees or anything like that. And so it's just weird that he thought that it was a negative that I have an abundant mindset, that I believe I deserve hundreds of millions of dollars. No, I deserve billions of dollars. And you guys deserve that. The only reason you don't have it, or you're not on the path for it, or maybe you are on the path for it, is literally your mindset. And I'm going to tell you the most wild story. So you guys have heard it your whole life. Law of attraction, right? Law of attraction is everywhere. And I don't know how much I believed in it before. It was like, no, I'm just going to work really hard. That's why I make a bunch of money, is because I work really hard. I am on a podcast with an NFL football player named Hakeem Zayas. He's like a tight end, I believe. He's been with, you know, the Cardinals and the Detroit Lions and stuff like that. And he has a podcast called Don't Sleep on TikTok. And he comes to me and he goes, Curtis, you have, like, I think at the time I had like 50,000 followers on TikTok, and I'm inside the retirement planning space, right? The most boring space you could possibly be in, because my space is like, save money and you're going to get this really awesome result in 15, 20, or 25 years. That is like so boring and so hard to do. Everyone else is talking about cryptocurrency and real estate leverage and call options and all the other crazy things that give you this instant gratification. Yes, let's go. We're going to make $1 billion tomorrow. And I'm like, no. Save $500 a month for 30 years and you're going to end up a millionaire, right? So that is the hardest space to be in, to motivate people and really get them to see that the finish line is the only thing that matters. Enjoy the journey, and the finish line is when you win. And that's what we want out of life. And he goes, how do you have 50,000 followers? And I go, I don't know. I'm exciting and people like to listen to me. And he goes, how's your business growing so fast? And I go, because I believe I deserve it. I've put in so much time, so much effort, and I believe I deserve it. And he goes, there has to be more than just believing you deserve it. And I go, yeah, it takes a lot of hard work, but the moment you believe you deserve it, everything happens. And in that same week, a little bit before that, I just got verified on TikTok. And that's a big deal. To get the blue check mark right, you're feeling rock star. I'm blue check mark. Like, no one else can talk crap about me because I'm verified. You're not. Like, come on, guys. Then he goes, well, is it really that powerful? And I go, watch this. I believe I deserve so much. I'm going to have 1 million followers by my birthday. And he goes, that's impossible. Like, you're going to get another 900,000 followers in the next 6 months? And I go, yeah. And he goes, how? And I go, I don't know. I just told the universe it's coming to me. And I believe I deserve it. And they're like, that's wild. He goes, I don't believe it, but good luck. Guess how long it took before I had 1 million followers?
3 months.
1 week.
What?
That's crazy.
7 freaking days. It was the most wild thing. That week, I did not sleep. It was the most exciting, amazing week of my life. I joke and sorry, my wife and my children, I tell this joke and they give me frowny faces when I tell this joke and they go, Curtis, what was the best week of your life? And I go, the week of my TikTok channel going from X to 1 million followers. And they're like, better than your wedding day, better than your kids being born. I'm like, oh yeah, not even close. Not even close at all. That I had this ticker that would show me my follower count on TikTok. And it was growing at hundreds every minute for a week straight. It was just like this. And I couldn't stop looking at it. It was the most beautiful, fascinating thing I've ever seen in my life. And it was literally because I believed I deserved it. Then my best friend, in the most I'd ever made in my granite business up to that point where I actually took it home, was around $200,000 to $500,000. I made $200,000 to $500,000 a year. I was the richest person I knew. I was the richest person of all my family and cousins and friends and everything. And my best friend built a subdivision and he made like $1.5 million in 1 year. And I was like, oh no, I'm the richest friend. I make the most money. That ain't going to happen. That year I made $2.3 million. All it took was for me to believe I earned the right to earn that much money. Literally, I worked for 10 straight years, 80 hours a week, every single week. And I made $200,000 to $500,000 and I super freaking awesome, right? All it took was for my best friend to break my own ceiling. And then it said, oh, whoa, no, I deserve that. I work. And then I only worked like 40 or 50 hours a week. And I made $2.3 million in 1 year. And so now I'm telling everyone, this is what's going to sound crazy. I'm telling everyone I'm going to make $10 million this year. I don't know if I believe it because that's another ceiling I have placed on myself that really $10 million. And so every day I literally say, no, like I can do this. I've earned the right to do this. I'm not on pace to do it. I'm on pace to do about half of that right now. But it's like and the only reason I'm on pace for half of that, I know it's a lot of money, right? But I'm not on pace to do $10 million because I personally don't believe it yet. Like, I don't believe I've earned the right to that yet. And so I need something to kick me in the butt, but it's all relative. So I don't know how much you guys make right now, but if you can get where you believe that you deserve, and that's a hard thing to do. There's one thing to say it and think it, another thing to believe that you deserve it. If you can get where you believe you deserve double that, it will happen this year. I 100% guarantee it. If you can believe that you deserve it.
I was gonna say that it's the congruency between you believing you deserve it and the work that you're putting in. So you can't have one without the other. If you believe that you deserve it and you're not putting in the work, you're likely not gonna see the results that you want. And if you are putting in the work and you don't believe that you deserve it, you're probably not gonna see the results that you want. But it's the combination of both. They're both at a high level. So that's why
exactly, because you can't believe you deserve it if you know you're shortcutting it. That you cannot trick the energy of money. You cannot trick it. And so you think like, oh, I want to make $1 million this year. And then little tiny, right here you go, but you're not doing the right things to earn $1 million. Right then there, you're not going to make it. You've lost it.
Got you. So you said get to where we believe we deserve we should be and then double that?
Oh, no. I'm saying whatever you make right now, whatever amount of money you make right now, say, I'm going to make double this year. In the next 12 months, I'm going to make double that and then put the work right behind it. And then you just have to tell yourself every single day. And I'm not really the full, like, look in the mirror, tell yourself, but some people need that. And so I'm not saying it's a wrong thing or right thing. Like, I more think it just constantly like, okay, what do I need to do today to earn the right to earn $10 million or $5 million or $1 million or $100,000? It's all relative because financial freedom is just you advancing your life to the next level and then do it again and then do it again and keep doing it over and over and over. So whatever you make right now, Tell yourself, I'm going to make double that, and tell yourself every single day, write it down on a piece of paper, look at it every single day, and then say, what do I need to do? What actions do I need to do to get where I deserve that? And then go do it.
Got you. So, what do you think should be the biggest financial investment moving forward?
The MPI Secure Compound Interest Account. That is where I put all my money, 100% of it that I have available to compound. And I mean, I do other things. There are limits on how much you can put in. So the $1.5 million that I put into my compound interest account is the most I'm allowed to put in. The IRS kind of puts a limit on it. But a secure compound interest account will be the number one most important financial decision you ever make in your whole life, because it is protecting your money. You go make some money, save 10% of your money inside of a secure compound interest account, and it takes less than 25 years, give or take 25 years, before your compound interest account is producing more annual income than what you make working. So as an example, if you're making $50,000 a year, and your lifestyle is $50,000 a year, if you can save $416 per month for 25 years, your compound interest account should be making more money than your $50,000. So that means it's now covering your lifestyle, and now you get the freedom to do what you want with your time. Start a nonprofit, start a small business, spend more time with your kids. Your income is now covered, so you get to go do what you want with your time. And it may be to make more money or go do other things. And so it's super awesome. That is financial freedom, when 100% of your income, your lifestyle, is covered by your compound interest account. Only takes 25 years if you're saving around 10% of your income. And where that comes from is, if you guys want to write this down and promote this, it will be life-changing for your fans and your listeners. The Richest Man in Babylon. It's a book called The Richest Man in Babylon, single most important book I ever read in my whole life. It is the one that taught me that protecting your money is more important than your rate of return. And stop chasing rate of return, because every time you try to increase your rate of return, you have exponentially increased the risk on your money. And so you're chasing 11, 12, 15, 20, 25, 30% rate of return. You will inevitably strike out, and you will inevitably start over. And every time you strike out and you got to start over, you've just lost time. And time is the most important thing in compound interest. So it's just this fascinating science of how money actually compounds, and why, my book is called The Lost Science of Compound Interest, because once you understand the science of it, it's easy just to follow it. You know exactly how to do it once you understand how to do it, and then just go do it. The Richest Man in Babylon is the book that changed my life. It literally is my philosophy on money. Make money, live in a budget, save 10%, protect that money against all risk, and then find that money, get that money compounding. And if you do those 4 or 5 steps, inevitable wealth and inevitable generational wealth.
So my question to you is, once you retire a millionaire, is that like continuous wealth, or you just kind of get one lump sum you have to live off for the rest of your life?
No. See, compound interest never stops producing. What makes compound interest generational, it literally never stops. So if you have $1 million in a compound interest account, and the MPI Secure Compound Interest Account produces around 10 to 12% rate of return on average historically. So if you have $1 million and it's producing annually around $100,000 to $120,000 of interest, you can spend the $100,000 to $120,000 of interest every single year forever, and that $1 million will never deplete. Wow. So now you pass down the $1 million to your children. They're now saving 10% of their income inside of it, or maybe they've already started their account. So by the time you die, you're 90 and they're 60 or whatever. Now they have $1 million in their account. You now pass down the $1 million to them tax-free. Now they have $2 million in their account, producing $200,000 of income. Now that combats inflation and all the other cost of living that increased over that time. They now are living off of $200,000 of income. Their kids are saving 10% of their income inside of their compound interest accounts, and it's just rinse and repeat, generation, millions and millions and millions of dollars of compound interest. It never stops producing compound interest as long as you never kill it. You have this golden goose that's laying golden eggs every single year. You spend the golden egg every year. The goose keeps producing wealth for you forever and ever and ever, forever. And I'm talking 100 years from now, 200 years from now, 500 years from now, your great, great, great grandkids will be like, because my great, 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 great grandpa started a compound interest account, we have $1 billion freaking dollars inside of our family tree because of the single decision you made today.
That is wonderful. Wow. That is wonderful. And so my final question to you is, what is the biggest financial mistake that the common person makes? And what has been your biggest financial mistake in your life?
The fascination of investing. You thinking that you're going to win because you hit a home run. And it was one of the hardest things you'll ever bypass, because that excitement of hearing about the one dude who invested $8,000 in Shiba coin and made billions of dollars, right? Everyone thinks they're going to be that one guy. It's playing the lottery. It's gambling, those type of things. And so if you can get where you can bypass and you just want, like I said earlier, enjoy your journey. Enjoy raising your kids. You only get it one time in your life to raise those children. Spend every single time you can with them, but also lead by example by working hard, saving money, et cetera, et cetera. If you can enjoy the journey, start saving 10, 15, 20% of your income. Let money do all the heavy lifting for you. You don't need a home run. You just need singles and doubles over and over and over. And if you can hit singles and doubles over and over and over, compounding, that is how you end up being your happiest self, your most secure self. You can remove anxiety from your life. You can remove shame and depression and all those other things that you thought were part of your life because you're not good enough. You don't make enough money. You don't have the nicest car. You know, all those other things out there. Get your money compounding. That's all it takes. And yes, it takes time. And don't think these 20-year-old kids sometimes on TikToks, they make me laugh. Because I'll be like, hey, how much can you save? And they say, I can save $1,000 a month. And I go, save $1,000 a month for roughly 23 years, and you can be a millionaire, and you'll have a projected 6-figure tax-free retirement income every single year for the rest of your life. You've now made it. And then they go, 23 years? By the time I'm 43, I'll be so old I can't even enjoy my money. I'm like, wait, what?
43 is crazy.
I'm turning 41 tomorrow. Like, I still feel like I got a solid 30 years in me before I'm like old, like, right? And so like, don't have unrealistic goals. Don't chase unrealistic returns. Enjoy your life, save a little money, get it compounding, and you will look back and say, single best decision of my life, starting a secure compound interest account over an investment account. And everyone's going to push you to an investment account. Everyone's going to push you to an investment account, and you will inevitably end up, everyone ends up poor. Did you know 99%, give or take 99% of the whole American population, we live in the most prosperous country in the whole world, and 99% of our citizens, give or take, end up downsizing in retirement, less than what they thought they're going to have, a smaller house, smaller car, less recreation, all the things they always thought they were going to do, traveling the world, spending time with the grandkids, going on vacation with their spouse, can't do that because they were sold an investment that goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, and it never achieves the financial compound interest you were looking for.
Wow. Well, do you watch baseball by any chance?
I'm an athlete. I wrestled in college. I'm a 3-sport athlete. If it's a sport and it's competitive, I do it.
Got you. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out to speak to me, man. I learned so much. Wow. And definitely, when I reach the financial goals that I want to, I will definitely be speaking to you, sir.
No. See, there it is right there. Now you just started me up again. That starts today. It does not start when you hit your financial goals. You starting today is the single most important decision of your life, saying, I'm going to go start saving $200 a month today, or $500 a month, or $300 a month, whatever you make. Always keep 10%. You work hard, 10% of your money is for you to keep for yourself. So I'm going to challenge both of you, Prince and Glassword. Is that your first name?
Yeah, it's not a last name.
Okay. Yeah, I've never heard that first name before. Prince and Glassword, I am challenging you right now in this moment that whatever amount of money you make, 10% goes back to you for yourself. You live on 90%, find a way to make it happen. And I promise you, you will look back and say, I am glad I did that podcast. And that dude, that last 3 seconds said, no, 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 no. You do not start when you hit, because everyone says that exact same thing. You start today.
I appreciate that.